Now we discussed about bryophytes, pteridophytes and its life cycle. First we discussed about bryophytes. Bryophytes are amphibians of plant kingdom because water is needed for completion of its life cycle. Plant body is haploid. True root, stem and leaves not present. So plant body known as thallus. True vascular tissues absent, that is xylem and phloem are absent. Gametes are born in antheridia and archegonia. Antheridia produce male gametes, anthrozoids, and archegonia produce female gamete egg cell. Sporophytic stage attached on gametophytic part and take nutrition from the plant part, that is gametophyte. There are three types of bryophytes: flat, ribbon-like, example liverworts. They include Rixia and Mercantia. Second, small leafy plant body, example mosses, that means Funaria. Third, flat thalloid plant body bearing horn-like sporophytes, that is hornworts, example Anthocerus. About the life cycle of Bryophyta. Discussed about the life cycle of Bryophyta. Here we take moss plant as an example. Here male and female plant body, that is haploid in condition. So it is known as gametophytic stage. This is the female plant and this is the male plant. Two of them are haploid. Only half number of chromosomes are seen in this main plant part. In female plants, archegonia are seen, and in male plants, antheridia are seen. In antheridia, male gametes anthrozoids are formed, that is also haploid. Egg cells are formed in archegonia, that is also in haploid. Then these anthrozoids swim through the water and enter into archegonia of female plant, and here the egg cell fused with anthrozoids and form diploid zygote. This diploid zygote develop from the female gametophytic plant part. It germinates on the female gametophytic plant part. Then this zygote produce diploid sporophytic part. This is the diploid sporophytic part. Zygote is diploid, so this sporophytic part also diploid. Then in same plant, haploid gametophytic plant body is in lower part and diploid sporophytic part develop on this haploid plant body. It is diploid. This is diploid and this is haploid. Meiosis take place in sporangium. Meiosis or reduction division formed in sporangium and produce haploid spores. These haploid spores germinate in soil to form haploid plants. This is the life cycle of Bryophyta. Here alternation of generation occurs. Bryophytes show alternation of generation, that is, in this life cycle of bryophytes, gametophytic stage alternate with sporophytic stage. Then the comparison of gametophytic and sporophytic phase of bryophytes. First we discuss about gametophyte, that is the main plant body, gametophyte. Comparison between gametophytic and sporophytic part. First we discussed about the gametophytic part. This gametophytic part, that is the main plant body, is haploid, half number of chromosome, generally autotrophic. They prepare their own food. Sex organs like antheridia and archegonia develop on gametophytic plant body, produce gametes, that is egg cell and anthrozoids. Gametes are produced by mitotic division. Gametes are usually haploid, so they produced by plant body is also gametophyte, and gametes are also haploid, so gametes produced by mitotic division, not meiosis. Gametophytic phase is the dominant phase of life cycle. Again we discuss about the sporophytic stage of bryophyte. Sporophytic stage. That this is the sporophytic stage. Sporophytes are diploid and semi-parasitic. Anthrozoids and egg cell fuse to form diploid zygote. These diploid zygotes develops as sporophytic part. So this sporophytic part is diploid and semi-parasitic. The sporophytic part take nutrition from the gametophytic part. Spore bearing sporangium develop on sporophyte. In sporangia, spores are produced. Spores produced by meiosis. In sporangia, meiosis or reduction division take place, and from diploid spores, diploid sporophyte, the haploid spores are formed. The sporophytes are short-living phase. Then economic importance of bryophytes. They are the pioneers of vegetation. That means first ones to grow on bare areas. They hold water. They are food source of many birds and fishes. Birds use dry plant for making nest. Then we discussed about pteridophytes. Pteridophytes or ferns. This is one example of pteridophytic plant, or this is the common fern. Ferns are lower vascular plants with vascular tissues, immature vascular tissues. Root like rhizome and leaves as fronds and leaflets arranged on rachis. Sporangia groups, that is known as sori, arranged on under surface of leaves. This is the leaf, CS of leaf. Sporangia produced on under surface of leaf or leaflet. Indusium is a unicellular layer of cells that protect sporangia. A brown scales that cover fronds and young leaves known as ramenta. Here brown scale leaves. cover fronds and young leaves is known as ramenta. The spores germinate in soil, produce heart-shaped prothallus. It is independently living in soil. Prothallus bear male and female reproductive organs, that is archegonia and antheridia. Male and female gametes formed in these sex organs. Zygote developed by fusion of gametes. Here the antheridia produce anthrozoids and egg cell produced in archegonia. Fusion take place inside the prothallus. Plant body is diploid. Sporangium, spores and prothallus also diploid. Plant body, sporangium, spores and prothallus also diploid. At first stage archegonia and antheridia also diploid. Then meiosis or reduction division take place in archegonia and antheridia to produce haploid anthrozoids and haploid egg cells. Fusion of egg cell and anthrozoid take place inside the prothallus to form diploid zygote. These egg cell and anthrozoids are haploid because reduction division or meiosis take place in archegonia and antheridia and produce haploid egg cells and haploid anthrozoids. Again the fusion of haploid anthrozoids and haploid egg cells take place inside the prothallus to produce diploid zygote. From this diploid zygote plant bodies is formed. This is the life cycle of pteridophytes. Example fern. In prothallus meiosis take place and haploid egg cell and haploid anthrozoids formed. Fusion of these gametes take place in prothallus and diploid zygote formed.